Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne, and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions, and I greatly appreciate you for that. And welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. Now, for those that are new, welcome. I certainly hope that you will feel a joyful feeling when you're hearing about the readings and the messages that come through, and I hope you resonate first and foremost, and that you'll come back. And those that are returning, you know I love you so very, very much and appreciate you because you have added so much love and joy to my life, and it's a really, really powerful, beautiful feeling. And yes, I feel very supported and loved because of you. And today's featured sun sign is going to be Aries. So, you know, I started on Leo this month, but we're on Aries. This is mid-month readings. And then the latter part of the month when there's a few extra days, because this will be going around the second time, the astrology wheel, I will be reading for the same sun sign as far as the featured sun signs, because that happens so much in our love connections. You know, the same two signs always seem to really get each other, right? If no one else understands you, it's someone with your same sun sign. And I'm not saying it's wonderful and rosy and there aren't beautiful challenges that'll help us to grow and whatnot, but I think it's more of a mirror relationship. And I myself have experienced that a couple of times with the same sun sign in a relationship. So the highlighted connection for Aries, the beautiful sign of Aries, fiery, passionate Aries, today is going to be Aquarius. Now let me double check because I really feel strongly that that had just happened. I don't want to do the same highlighted connections if it was just done. It was Libra and Aries okay, so the last Aries I did was actually Virgo, and then before that was Sagittarius. So this is beautiful. I love the combination of Sagittarius and Aquarius. I have a very good feeling a lot of people are going to want to watch this because I see it time and time again. I'll explain why as well, and also read three major category messages for this highlighted connection with Aries, and then an individual card and message for every other zodiac sign in connection with Aries, because there's a lot of different loves, a lot of different connections, and maybe this particular highlighted one is not the specific one that all Aries want to see. So I'd like to try to make it all, you know, work out in some way so everybody gets a little taste of what's going on. So today is November 21st, 2020. And yeah, we're just moving right along. Two very important aspects astrologically is the changing of planets. The first being we are leaving Scorpio season and entering in today Sagittarius, which is one of my favorites. I love it so much. You know that if you follow me. I love Scorpio as well. I have a few planets in Scorpio. I have a rising in Pisces. So there's a lot of beautiful complementary energy that I tend to feel, but it's a huge difference in the energies. Okay, we go from this Scorpio passionate, intense, and you know, emotional, right, but very, very driven, very capable of recognizing and enforcing changes in us that we need to do to better ourselves, to better the people we're with, into the Sagittarian, optimistic, fiery, passionate, not so much smaller, intimate kind of energy, but outwardly forward, huge, bigger picture kind of energy, you know? And it's just, you feel lighter, you feel more energetic, you know? And with Mars having gone forward in the sign of Aries, which is its ruling planet, last week, it's still moving momentum. So all fire signs are going to notice that, all energies of all zodiac signs will notice it, but Aries, you definitely are noticing it, and it's very complimentary. It's going to be a good season. It's going to make you remember and revive all the juices, all the motivation that you have, that you were born with, you know, the confidence, the direction you want to go. I like that a lot, and I feel it as I speak it to you. It's really up to us always, but the extra energies we can get to help promote that, I'm all for it. So hopefully you can utilize that, and you're feeling good, and you're feeling love, and you're feeling your power, because you are a powerful sign, Aries. Now, I'm not going to pull those just yet. So yeah, Aries, first sign of zodiac, fire, right? power, motivation, direction, force. You know, Mars is your ruling planet. That Mars is the warrior, the planet of war, the planet of aggression, you know. Things have to change sometimes through the aggressional way. You know, it's not always through our thoughts, it's not always through our emotions. And fire has a lot of emotion as well, even though it's not the one that you would normally equate to emotion. Yeah, they're extremely emotional, but they're just very quick to, they do it through their actions, you know, and they just kind of blow up sometimes, and they're just as honest as they can be and straightforward, and they're all about movement, and they want to help, but they want to do it with such passion, you know, and forward movement. So yeah, we've got all of those things happening. Aries is a cardinal sign. You initiate the season of spring. You are absolutely people that like to move and do and shake. So with the retrograde in your sign, like it was for 2 months, and now Mars still in your sign, it'll be a total of 6 months. That's a very long stay. That is really, really getting you to a point where you're just like, okay, I've had the time for introspection. I've had the time to relax because I know I needed it, even though I would not have decided that on my own. The universe helps us out that way. It's all full speed ahead. You know, I have my ideas. I've had time to really reevaluate and rethink and revisit. And this is definitely in regards to relationships. A lot of them may have ended. A lot of them have only gotten stronger because you've had to deal and face things that were not comfortable. But guess what? You're a lot better off for having done that. And there's a lot of love and passion in you. And things are stronger, you know, feelings are getting more clear. There's more clarity as well in this particular time of year and what's happening and where we're heading in the new year. And then you've got Aquarius, and that's where we're heading. Aquarius is the air sign. I love fire and air together. They work so beautifully. The elements just really work extremely well. They help to help each other move and grow. And, you know, air is about the movement as well. And air is expression. Air signs are about thoughts and words and communication and connection and networking and growth and expansion and ideas. You know, Aquarius is all about future thinking. And here we have that beautiful synchronicity with the energy of Sagittarius season, both thinking in that way, both truth seeking in big, big ways, you know, a global concept, not just between your intimacy of your relationship, but working with bigger perspective and projects and ideas. Future thinking ruled by Aquarius being ruled by Uranus. I mean, that's all about science and technology and amazing changes that can help the world, right? Like the internet did when it was in Aquarian planets in '95, when people were like, what's this about? And well, I don't need to explain how incredibly popular it became. Well, there's just more and more things coming down the pike that we don't know about, and some do. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be very beneficial and helpful to all of us, especially in times like now. That'll continue on through the next year or so, where we still need to kind of be at home more, working from our homes, working with technology, becoming more familiar, and, you know, enjoying it. A lot of people are really appreciating it. It's something that I think it's helped us in so many ways in the last few months. And that's exciting, right? And Aquarius is a fixed sign because they're very dedicated and determined when it comes to their ideas and their idealistic, you know, futuristic thinking. They like to be very innovative. They don't like to be conformed or, you know, made to stay in any one particular pattern or box, if you will. That's really very complementary with this incredible energy of Sagittarius as well. And so there's a lot of camaraderie here. There's a lot of freedom that's necessary. You know, Sagittarius is definitely about that, but we're talking about Aries. And so Aries and Aquarius do really, really well together. They just mix and they just love to be motivated and they help each other out and they're passionate and they're intimacy and they're fun and they're truth-seeking, and it's a good time. I have a good feeling about these messages. So this has come up so often, makes perfect sense. I'll read it to you as soon as I finish turning over the next two cards. And, oh yeah, okay. All right, so the first energy and the overall message is your overall energy that you've had coming to this reading, basically the catalyst that's led you here, what's happened and where you're thinking and where you're feeling from this very moment. And that is the Death card. It couldn't be more perfect. It's the end of things, the end of cycle, the end of a season, and changing into a better way, a better idea, growth, inspiration, new perspective. Like I said, this is the card that depicts the sign of Scorpio. So it's absolutely perfect, right? We've ended Scorpio season, but Scorpio is gone, Venus has gone into Scorpio. That's what I wanted to say. I don't think I did. Maybe I did, I'm sorry. My mind is not that clear. But yeah, Scorpio's season is, Venus in Scorpio is so passionate. It's so intensely direct upon, wanting to really, really focus on the passion side of you. What makes you thrive? What makes you happy? What excites you, in your relationships, in your jobs, in your life, what is the perspective that you wanted to get rid of because it hasn't been working? What new ideas and inventions, what new levels of relationships can you reach? It's so wonderful. The death is what happens, everything dies, everything is born, but as opposed to legitimately, literally dying, it can be just circumstances, jobs, some relationships that have to end, what do they say? People are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. It's not a bad thing, it's just a change. Some are easier with change than others. It's about moving forward, thinking ahead, being more progressive. But it's gorgeous and it's important. And I think there's been a lot of that going on where people have really been transforming inside of themselves. And then certainly because of the circumstances they have been, dealt this year, and just making it work, rising above. I love that for you. And then you have the second category, which is the possible blessings or obstacles. And you have is that the 7? 7 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, this is focusing in on your practical, fundamental things in your life. Like you've been working hard and you're really thinking about it. Are you content? Very conducive to this first card. Are you content with where you're putting your energy? Another huge aspect and real personality trait of the Scorpion is value, time. Are you being recognized for the value? Are you being recognized for what you do for others? And are they doing, in fact, something for you that you feel value about? It's a give and take, reciprocity, right? That's what it needs to be in life. It always should be. When it is, everything goes smoother, obviously. You don't want to feel like you're giving more than you're receiving. Nobody does. And that's really something you've been thinking and contemplating about. But if you're okay with where you are, you simply know that you want to reach higher heights. And that's what this energy is about. You may have been held back, Aries or Aquarius. This is a time when that's stopping. Everything is changing as far as the energies, and it's going to be about Aquarius and moving forward and trusting and also bringing forth truth and fairness and clarity in the way you speak and the things you're hearing, not being so confused anymore. Scorpio, Venus also brings out truth. It reveals the hidden. That will come through. Don't be overly concerned that you're not in the right place. Just think about it, sit with it, use your intuition together, and grow it to whatever extent you want to, or start something new if you're not completely satisfied. That would be the obstacle, just feeling like, I put a lot of energy in this, not really seeing the results that I want. I'm thinking about something new. Work with it. There's no rush, but know that we've got beautiful energies coming with this new Gemini eclipse on the 30th of this month. That's a change right there. That's a change in how you see things, how you communicate once again, being able to work with other people better. Start this wonderful relationship between the two of you to another level, maybe in business, in addition to your loving, compatibility. I mean, there's so many variables there. But it's your comforts. Those are the things that matter very greatly to you. Speaking of which, the next category is under the category of finances. Now, This is a very understandable energy that's coming through. It's the Nine of Swords. It's sleepless nights. It's worries. It's our mind. It's the air. It's the energy of Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And here we have your highlighted relationship and connection being Aquarius, Aries. And then you also have the Gemini lunar eclipse happening on the 30th. There's a lot of air. There's a lot of need for clarity, for understanding, for better communicating, you know, stopping and thinking and recognizing how you're coming across, how you can better utilize the information that you're receiving, cutting out things that are worrying you or making you feel uncomfortable regarding your money. I am so confused right now with what's happening in the outside world as far as, you know, our government and such, that I just shut it out right now because nobody's in a deciding factor. There's still that momentum going forth. We will receive that. It's all in the, what is it called when you're just trying to well, certainly work and compromise on a decision, but it's not yet formulated. So just let go. This is a 9. That's a completion. That's the end of that. The next is a 10, where you're done and it's a new cycle and you're not looking back. You're not worried about that. You're not taking in that energy that's going to upset you. And just realize that. Take your deep breaths. Know that you know within yourself exactly what you need to know. And that's exactly what it's about. And that's what I love to try to actually share with you as much as I can. Because don't think for a moment I don't get caught up in my ear just, nope. I'm not going to get led down that rabbit hole. I'm just not. And you have that beautiful strength to understand that. The two of you do. Focus in on what you want, not what you don't want. Have clear communications between the two of you so you can build that bond, which is what this reading is about, you know, and love is very healing and very powerful. And then believe and focus moving forward how you can make that happen, what it's going to take, who are the people you really need to talk to that can take away your fears and concerns. Okay, that's super important. The money will come in, but you have to release any kind of scarcity or feelings of fear in regards to that, which come from our mind. So, you know, thoughts become things, right? That's the essential message right there. And you have the new moon in the background, by the way. We had the Scorpio new moon a while, not too long ago, but, you know, it's still having effects on us. So keep that in mind, too. What intentions did you put out there? Just wait for them. You have to be patient. Everything is in divine timing, right? I know it's hard to be patient, Aries. I understand that all too well. I have an Aries moon. But you can do it, and you've been great so far, so keep it up, you two. You got a lot going for each other and new roads to travel. And so we're going to go with each individual message now. And then I'll finish with these beautiful oracle messages if you want to stick around. If you are new to my channel and you have not subscribed, that's one of the most supportive things you can do. It takes a moment and it doesn't cost anything. But YouTube really requires that for me to get to the next level and so forth. And it's still a lot of newness to me. I do it in my community. I do my readings and I'm a massage therapist. But this will eventually be all that I do. So anything you can do to help me and, you know, like and comment would be beautiful and very appreciative. And so let's move on. Let's go on from the Aquarius right on to Capricorn. Aries and Capricorn, very different energies. You've got earth and fire. You know, very powerful in their own right, right? Capricorn is the cardinal sign like you, so that you love the fact that they like to be initiating and they like to move and they like to make things happen. That's very attractive to you, Aries, and I know that they will help you and they will continue to work as hard as they can to achieve success, which is what their main focal point is. They're, as I always say, they like to see their life going in the upward trajectory, okay? That's all they really focus on, because why not? That's like the goat symbolism of them. They can climb a mountain and even get to the other side without even wondering how. They just have this motivation, determination, ruled by the ruling planet is Saturn, so they understand that necessary motivation to be focused, to be restricted in, you know, distractions, and just full tilt on, eye on the prize, knowing what they want, not even considering an option otherwise. That's a beautiful energy to be around. They're, I don't know, just really, like I said, hardworking. They're kind of reserved energy versus your outgoing, very motivated, I would say, yeah, more extroverted personality and traits. I think that Aries generally, I mean, this is general, but most Aries have that. You know when an Aries is around because they exude that confidence, and it's beautiful, and it's something you can learn from, and you can certainly learn from Capricorn. And they're great at behind the scenes kind of things, so the two of you could work that out and just delegate what positions you want to master your lives and the objectives that you may have. This is the crucial time. We've had Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn this year. Only happens every 12 years. There's a lot of opportunity to grow and to acquire wealth, and expansion of things that you may have started will just grow unbelievably. And then every year, like I said, then it goes into Aquarius, so it's going to be a whole different energy, but it'll be the same thing for those that are air signs. They'll recognize it, or if you're in Aquarius especially. So yeah, I feel like some good things are happening in your love life. I feel like they've reached different levels, and I feel like you just really have a lot of passion for each other and drive to accomplish things. And there you have the Page of Wands. So that is about fire. That is about ideas. That is a message. It's a new message. It's a more youthful. Maybe, yeah, not as experienced because it's just begun. So maybe a child. Maybe you're with a younger person and they're a little more immature, but that's okay. They can learn and they're willing to do so. They're a fire sign. They're motivated. They want things to happen. They want to see things develop. So that's beautiful. And then always the child and youthful side of ourselves, remembering our inner child, and loving that part of us. Because sometimes if you work too hard, you let go of that. You don't want to ever do that. Both of you can be having fun and enjoying the holidays and, being safe but loving. So yeah, it could have to do with your children too. It could be a fire sign of a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. So anybody that exhibits those kind of energies might be very prominent in your life right now. But this is good. It's about making things happen, shaking and moving, right? Then you go to Sagittarius and Aries. Beautiful, both fire signs. Talk about motivation. We just entered into your season. Happy birthday, Sagittarians, every one of you. That's through December 21st when it then becomes Capricorn season. But there's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of happiness and motivation and ideas. And like I said, really looking in the future. The new year, the next day, for heaven's sakes. I don't know about next year. I'm thinking this moment and tomorrow and the next hour, right? But with optimism and joy. And the two of you really resonate together because you love that kind of energy. And, mutable sign you have in Sagittarius, very, very adaptable, very interested in foreign cultures and foreign and world events and higher learning and education and traveling and freedom and adventure and knowledge is so important to a Sagittarius in both of you. So you can learn a lot, you can have a great amount of fun, you've got that same wonderful motivated passion of fire, and you have the King of Swords. So there's the there is the maturity that comes with the two of you now in your ability to express and converse and communicate, to create better things. Once again, higher learning. I feel like this has to do with law. There could be something with a legal case. It's going to be a positive. You're going to get clear, concise answers. It's going to be justice, justified, fair and positive. Absolutely positive. This is the Gemini. This is the Aquarius and the Libras. This could be money. Venus is the ruler of Libra, and that just left today because it's now in Scorpio. And that has a lot to do with money. Venus is very prominently about money. So working together and talking about ways to make money and to improve your lives. And it's exciting. I don't know, it feels good. The king is real. They're not kidding around. They are serious, and they've already done this, and they know exactly how to go about it. So that's beautiful. And then you have the Scorpio and Aries. Very, very attraction. We have this wonderful Venus in Scorpio now, so there's a lot of love and passion I'm feeling with the two of you. Both of you have tons of that. Different, of course, fire and water, which I've always said is a very, very volatile and kind of really exciting kind of energy, right? It's just like it always, like what's happening next? And especially with a Scorpio, because there's that hidden part of them, that deep aspect of them, the water, the emotions, the raw, expression, being truthful and out there with you in the ways that they want to see transformation in your love, in your life, in just, themselves. Revealing truth, expressing, how they feel now, maybe not having done so before. Electricity comes to mind right now, and both of you have that in spades. We have the ruling planet of Pluto, like I said, all about transformation. You guys are going through change in a better way because it's very much conducive when Venus is in the picture. Taking the next step, making that commitment. Really enjoying each other on a physical and spiritual level. Very psychic can be the Scorpio. And here you have the Eight of Pentacles just making it happen and growing. The fundamental things in life are feeling good. You're prosperous. You're abundant. That's the number 8 in numerology, the most. Manifestation comes to mind. That's what, Scorpios are very capable of, as are you. But the two of you together can make magic happen. And that's what's happening. So keep it going and don't stop, because this is the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to come. This is a beautiful message in regarding that. So absolutely beautiful. Feeling secure, in your relationship, in your home, maybe buying a home. The list goes on and on. And then you have Aries and Libra, polar opposites. Beautiful, because they're so different. They're very magnetizing to each other. They get each other. They have great, relationships are key, okay? Definitely for Libra. Balance, fairness, speaking, communication, once again, working towards the differences and uniting in a beautiful way because you respect and you have great admiration for each other. You are willing to go the extra mile. You are not going to sit on your laurels. You'll have some decent debates and conversations, and that excites you and it keeps the relationship going. Venus, like I said, is the ruler of Libra, so there's beautiful things that can happen. And, Libra loves beauty, as do you. Aries, culture, life, experiences, but definitely being truthful and fair and compromising, which is something that Aries can do, but I think they get a lot more, I would say, lessons when they're with a Libra in that regard, and it can be a long time learning and also enjoyable, but yeah, very, very promising is the word that's coming to mind. Very promising relationship, with your differences, even through your differences, which really is what's attracting you to each other. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Well, the Knight is the messenger. The Knight of Pentacles is about, once again, your sustenance, your money, working together, bringing it, straight forward. Now, this is a slower moving energy when it comes to the Knights. It takes a little longer, but it adds to permanence. It's the grounded part of us that we want to see, the building, the slow but permanent aspect of your relationship, of your, maybe combining together as a partnership, whether it be in love or business, and really being strong about knowing and believing you're investing in the right thing. This is the time. This is the perfect time. We've got things all moving forward. The retrogrades, you want to be a little more cautious about what you invest in, but nope. I'm getting the green light, everything. Well, it's a green card. That's heart. That's love. That is good news, boys. Something is really good that you've worked together with or working on or, putting your money into together. A new home, I mean, the list goes on. So yes, beautiful security in regards to your finances and your stability in the fundamental aspects of life. Then you have Aries and Virgo. Completely opposite, right? Just air and, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I mean to say fire. Fire and earth. The fiery, passionate, impulsive Aries, right? That's just all about motion, all about forward action. And the Virgo, who's very grounded, calm, can handle most situations, in a very subdued kind of mellow manner, if you will, you know, and capable of great intellectual pursuits, learning, educating, you know, themselves, others, ruled by Mercury. So it's all about the mind, right? Money, commerce, great with money, great with the understanding and the value of money, great with patience. Workers, very hard workers, you know, and just really wanting to do what they can to be there for others. They're so organized, so detail-oriented, you know. They're aware of the meaning and the value of time, which is so important. That with Scorpio being in Venus, that's going to be a part of what's really going to resonate with a lot of people right now. I'm going to do what I can because I'm passionate, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not overworking. I'm going to work smarter and receive more for what I believe that I deserve. And the two of you are working that way with each other as well. So I like it a lot because there's that grounding force that all people can use in their life. And Aries, you're no exception. And there's this is a long-term relationship of some regard. And you have the Nine of Wands. Okay, this is the last corner, if you will. Okay, there's been so much energy, so much passion, so much motivation to just keep it going with everything that you have, right? 9 is completion, not giving up. It's just around the corner. I know you must love that expression. I know I have, but it's real, it's true. It's this time, it's the Gemini eclipse. It's moving from that last bit of hope into the reality of yes. You deserve it. You worked hard. The two of you work hard. Like I said, you are not people to just sit on your laurels. Absolutely not. You've got this, okay? Just keep it going. Keep it moving just a little while longer. We're ending the year. We're finally going to be here. We've made it through this year. You could do anything if you've made it to staying healthy, you know, and not letting down your guard at this point. That's really important too. That's being meant to say to everybody. And just supporting each other, you know, just hanging in there. Most of all of that hard, everything is behind you. It's just another day, another hour, I don't know, but it's coming, it's almost there, and then it's gone. You got this. Now, Leo and Aries, both fire signs again, just such powerhouses, right? Leo's ruled by the sun. The sun is, you know, the brightest star. It's incredibly electrifying, warm, you know, energetic, positive, strong. Strength comes to mind. Always remembering that inner strength, even when you think it's gone and you're down to your last, you know, you're just like, I can't do anymore. It's too much. Something comes through and you make it through. We're never given more than we can handle, is what the saying is, right? There's love and passion with Leo. You know, they're so extravagant in what they do and how generous they are. And the two of you can have the most fun together, and you can just laugh so hard. And you can have great volatile expressions of, you know, release is what it's really about. And then just ending it really quickly and saying, that's good. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Now, what's on to our next agenda, right? Center stage with Leo and with Aries. So just finding, you know, the balance there. Allowing each other to sparkle and shine, you know, because that's important to both of you. Yeah. Fixed sign. Leo's a fixed sign. So, you know, they're pretty set in their ideals and their opinions and such. Not necessarily wanting to waver, but they can. I mean, it's not like they don't. They're just maybe not as readily wanting to as Aries, but you'll work that out. You know, that's a personal thing. That's nature versus nurture. That's that ability to really be flexible in our love. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Boy, this is pretty interesting, Aries. There's a lot of beautiful finances because I think it was just like held up, or there was, you know, a waiting period like we've all had this year, and that's ending. You've got the Queen. The Queen is definitely the maternal, more receptive part of us that's like, I want to receive it. I want to believe it. You've had a lot of internal times with this retrograde in your sign, Aries. So yeah, this is real. This is the heart, the center of everything you do. Wanting to give and receive. It's the reciprocation again, like I said. And it's very, very determined and passionate. Okay, but it's our earth. It's our necessities. We don't want to be light when it comes to that. We want to really focus on making sure that that's completely available to us. And you have everything you need to make that happen. You know, I don't often see an Aries or Leo. I mean, we have our times, we all do, right? But for the most part, no, it's on to the next thing if it's not working, and doing better, you know, because of it, just never stopping. And then Cancer and Aries, this is really wonderful. It's that beautiful fire and water, which is that activates us and gives us that tension that we really like, and that's exciting, and it's energy, and it's passion, and it's intimacy, and sensitivity with Cancer is very prominent. And you know, you love that because they care so much, and they want to help, and they want to be there, and they want to provide and take care of you, and take care of the house or whatever it is. And that's not a feminist thing. It could be man or female. They care about the family a great deal. They put that in their center of their, you know, focus. They're ruled by the moon, so there's great sensitivity in the understanding of life in cycles. You know, this new full moon's coming up. They're probably feeling very, very receptive to it already, and intuitive, and getting ideas and downloads in their dreams. They're prophetic. They're sentimental. They're caring. And they protect, they want security and truth and justice, and they want to be protective of that. And as long as you show them that love and that honest, you know, devotion, they'll be there forever. Friends or whatever it is. So I like this a lot for you. They're a cardinal sign, you know, like you. They want to initiate you. You two could work together in beautiful ways. You have the Page of Swords. So this is a new idea. Once again, it's a new form of communication. Maybe it has been stifled. I mean, of course it has, with the Mercury retrograde that went finally station forward after the shadow period on the 19th. That was just 2 days ago. It's really, really moving forward with much more clarity. And then we have Neptune, which is the planet of illusion and confusion and fantasy and deception and, you know, hidden truths, right? That's been very, very prominent and made us go inward because it's been retrograde. That's going forward next week in Pisces. So that's the fellow water. So that's the fellow water. So of course you've been feeling that way. There's been confusion, and that's stopping. And immaturity sometimes, maybe in the person you're dealing with in regards to communication, which is definitely getting better, definitely starting to mature. Could be children that are saying things that, you know, you're like, oh, teenagers, oh, and pulling your hair out, but, you know, loving them all the more for it. And just, you know, listening to the new information coming through. It's new. It's something that could be very, very useful and helpful for the two of you. And it's going to be fair and just in all the things that air elements, you know, exude. And you could have air in your chart, so maybe you're experiencing those feelings yourself. I like it. I think it's positive, and it's essential to have a good communication in your relationship. Gemini and Aries, go, go, go. There's the air and the fire, and there's the beautiful duality and mutable sign of Gemini, coupled with the ruling planet of Mercury, so they're very much in their mind, intellect, expansion, ideas, words. How can I communicate? Writing, speaking, you know, podcasts, YouTube channels, just getting it out there, speaking on all levels to all people for the intention of helping to grow and help in general, right? In a fair and honest way. You know, they're very energetic, the Geminis, and they have duality to them. Their personalities can be different depending on the moment of the day. You know, there's just all this stuff going on up here, and they can be detached. You got to wait and, you know, be patient with them sometimes, Aries, because they're here one day and gone the next. It's kind of exciting. You really kind of dig that. You work well together. You can have so much fun together. And accepting each other for exactly who you are is the whole key to love anyway. So what is your message? Your message is Seven of Cups. Okay, this is the emotions. This is the real deep feelings and pleasures and creativity that you two can create, and having the options there. Not getting too confused by that is always what I recommend. What's with, you know, Neptune is not quite stationed forward, and then it's shadow periods there. So there's some illusion as to what choices you want to make on a level of emotional, you know, whether it be the relationship or, you know, the interests you both have. a creative project you both have, which is very prominent when we have the eclipse in Gemini, which can last 6 months to a year. So whatever you might be focusing on, just narrow it down, you know, just the energy is better when it's just on 1 or 2 thoughts as opposed to 7 options, right? And making sure those options are going to be for the benefit of you both. But felt and, you know, coming from love, basically. And inspiration, okay? And that's beautiful. That's necessary. That's the Venus in Scorpio, man. The depths of your emotions and your ideas and transformation is pretty heightened for sure in this time. And you're feeling it. So make it good. Make it a beautiful, beautiful emotional connection for the two of you. Taurus and Aries, right next to you. Well, Taurus is a very earth sign. Very, very grounded, very practical, very reliable. They are a fixed sign. They are determined. They will not stop at what they're looking for. They are all about money. They're the money sign, ruled by Venus. Love the senses, love the finer things, the luxury, and they're going to work until they receive it. And they have no qualms about how long it takes. You know, they're way more satisfied just taking it one step at a time, not interested in huge, vast changes like you are, Aries. So there's a difference in the two of you, but you definitely complement each other. You balance each other out. Historically, there's so many beautiful connections with these two, where in marriages and things where that difference is really what's working for you, not against you. You know, and that's up to you, right? You can admire and love, and then there's other aspects. This is the sun sign. It's a 12th of who you are. It is your personality, your traits, your ego, and your desires, but so much more can be a part of that. But these two as the sun signs, you've got this. You can make this work, and it's a long-term thing. It's not just a fly-by-night. That's for sure with that Taurus. And you've got the 3 of Cups. Festivities, excitement, emotional fulfillment, you know, parties, celebrations, libations, right? That's all the senses that those Tauruses love. And they're going to give you everything they can, boy, when they love you. They are a great loyal friend, lover, as long as things are working out and you're working together, right? I mean, I can't say that every single relationship that has a Taurus is going to be together forever. That's not where I'm going, but they really want it to be something that they can work towards and preserve and, you know, really have beautiful, wonderful, passionate times together. And that's what this, reminding yourself to not overdo it, perhaps, on the holidays. Or the celebrations that that's incurring in the next, you know, month or so. And yeah, just living it up though otherwise, and just enjoying the moment together and the passion. Filling your cups. I love it. 3 is growth. It's you know, it's support, and yeah, it's good stuff. So then Aries and Pisces, I love it. It's a very common thing and so different once again with the fire and that water, but Pisces is that beautiful spiritual sign, that watery sign, that receptive, that understanding, that deeply feeling, compassionate. You know, what can I do for you? How can we make things work? And creative, oh, like very creative, very artistic. This is very, very attractive to you, Aries. That sensitivity is something that everybody, I think, is drawn to, because you know that they carry. There's a depth with them that you don't feel with everybody. And, you know, just this duality to them, the mutable aspect, they can be and change and grow and admire and just fill you up, you know. And there's the moodiness at times, because they're experiencing life. They're experiencing the energies of everything. You know, that's a lot. They need downtime. They need time to be away, which you're okay with. You too require that. You're both independent in your own right, but you work really well together. Once again, very complementary energy with these two. Ruled by Neptune. That's going stationing direct, Pisces, so hang in there. Because a lot of things that have been very, very confusing. I have a Pisces rising. I always thought I could just, and do believe I can go inward and really listen to my intuition and my higher power. And it'll never lead me astray. But because I've allowed a lot of information in that I normally wouldn't have with more time on my hands, I've really been at a place where I didn't have answers. So I have to let that go. and trust in my own belief, and work with the persons that I love and the people I love, and just stay strong in my spirit and my power. And you have the Five of Pentacles. This is the doubts. This is the less than, this is the side, I'm sorry to say, of Pisceans, because I've got that aspect in my chart where I feel like I'm not doing enough, like I'm not maybe included, like a FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Not so much that in my age, but yeah, just maybe not being misunderstood, and just feeling sad and wanting to escape that, and God forbid what else. But no, this is the thought. This is our ego. This is the sun part of us. Our first house, why? What is it that I'm not doing right? You're not doing anything wrong, okay? We all go through this. It's a temporary feeling, I hope. And if you're feeling that way, talk to this Aries, because they will get you out of that. They will snap you out. They've got so much confidence in who they are. Half of the things they do and know, they don't even know how it happens. They just do it. And you're the same way. You have that intuition inside of you. You know your greatness. Just remember to tune into that at all times, okay? There's always beautiful guidance for us to lift our spirits and feel great. Start that gratitude log. It helps so immensely. Appreciating what you have. There's light and love and wonderful opportunities every single moment of our lives. Focusing on that. And back to Aquarius. Well, listen. A lot of beautiful connection messages for you, Aries. I'm feeling great. I feel like you yourself have probably woke up saying, wow, this feels better. Something's switching. Something's changing, right? Started with the highlight of death. I mean, yes, that would make sense. A newness, a change, a transformation that must happen. And then we go on to your beautiful, the Tarot, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart message for all the beautiful Aries out there. And they're wonderful connections for today and onward. Through the holidays and for the rest of your life, really. But let's keep it for today. And yeah, I pray that you're doing well and you're utilizing this energy in the best way you can. And if you don't feel it today, give it some time. This is not linear. This is whenever you watch it is good, but you may not resonate right away. Yours seem to have fallen out. Don't know what it is. It's face down. Your special message is feeling alone. Ooh, interesting. I feel like that's saying, well, we'll read because I'm going to read to you what it says. It's number 5. It's changes, transformations, right? I feel like with that Mars retrograde in your sign, my gosh, talk about introspection. Talk about really getting deep within yourself. And then the ability to not move forward in the way that you were so used to and so clearly born into, it's really made a difference. And the full moon is coming. So it's just a moment away from you feeling that connection again with everything you need to or want to. You needed that time to feel alone. It was important for you. It's a growth time, that's what it's all about, nothing more. You're a very sociable and likable person. Trust me on that. And you've got beautiful communication and insights that are coming with this beautiful Gemini lunar eclipse. So yeah, you've got your guide right there. Your inner guide, your higher power, and the beautiful co-creation of life at all times. So feeling alone it's different and a little more difficult for the more sociable sign like you are, but it also is very, very important, as I said, for the growth that has to occur for you. And all of us. Teach is the main word. Keywords: shepherd, advise, learn, wisdom, reflection, and beliefs. Although the name of this card is teach, it brings the dual energies of both teaching and learning. You have much wisdom to offer regarding affairs of the heart. This wisdom has been gained through all of your joys and your sorrows. At this time, there may be an opportunity to assist someone regarding a relationship. The person may even be you. Yeah, when the opportunity arises, remember the shepherd, one who gently guides his sheep along the desired path. Along the desired path. Use that same gentleness in guiding yourself or others. Yeah, it's interesting because the Five of Pentacles was just feeling, a little down about that, but, don't let that last. We all have those times. There may be an opportunity to learn right now. This could take place in many ways, through conversations, observations, and even reflection. Take a moment to reflect on what you already have learned about your relationships and what you still want or need to understand. Then seek a teacher who will help you arrive at that understanding. And it could be yourself once again. Could be outer, help, which is always available as well. That'll be your choice. Your affirmation: in matters of the heart, I offer what I know, learn what I don't know, and remain true to myself. You go, Aries. That's exactly right. I absolutely love that. I love you. I appreciate your time. We're going to finish with your super attractor manifestation message, affirmation or mantra, whatever you choose. This is feeling that incredible life that you can manifest. You are a manifester. We all are manifestors. That's our gift in this body that Spirit has offered us, right? I like to choose what I want to manifest. If you don't, it will happen regardless. But this allows us to remember that and to bring those beautiful, happy feelings that create that happy feeling and life we want. Your beautiful message is, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. Never forget to dream, right? Especially when you're in those moods of daydreaming or even nighttime dreaming. Write them down. Never ever lose your dreams. Never lose your desires to dream. And have a beautiful, beautiful day and a month ahead. I appreciate you. Keep that love going, boy. That's the most powerful thing we can do a lot of times, is to heal through our love. And it's really needed right now in the world and with those that we care about. So let them know. Speak out, Aries. You know you're good at that. Take good care of yourself. I'll be here next, tomorrow and so forth if you want to come back, of course. But if not, certainly come back next month for the beginning of the month readings, okay? And I got you. So until next time, thanks. Bye for now.